Hello, yogis. Welcome. Let me actually. You would think by now I would know how to do the lighting in here, but it's always a work in progress. Come join me in a comfortable seat on your mat. And just to kind of let y'all know where I'm hoping this practice will take us is, getting a lot in a short amount of time. I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes a full hour on my mat, I'm either not in the mood or I just don't have the space. So I wanted to give us a fast-paced class where we can really touch into a lot of shapes and flow, and just kind of keep it moving in just a little bit more of a condensed time. That being said, take it how you need it. If you need to slow down a little bit or you want to take rest, please do, always, because this is for you to feel good. So just to kind of let you know perhaps what to expect in our practice today. But go ahead and while you're seated, let your eyes close as you just begin to feel your breath. Feeling into your body, feeling the space beneath you, the space above you and around you. And allowing your mind's eye, your awareness to really be playful in your exploration of sensation, of temperature, of smell, of sound. And instead of naming, each thing that you encounter, experience, and touch, perhaps just allow that sensory experience to come to you without containing it with a name. Letting it just be purely what it is. And this is going to lead us into the intention that I'm going to offer you for our day, for our practice. Being available to experience life as magic. Being open to experiencing miracles. Right? If we even just look at this natural world, right? On the three-dimensional plane, dealing with matter, a certain vantage point, and the vantage point of the yogi, and particularly the bhakti yogi, is one of smallness. And smallness not in the sense of thinking less of ourselves or poor self-esteem, but smallness in humbleness, smallness in the sense that there's an embodied recognition of our beautiful little place amidst this massive world. Our one small speck of consciousness dancing and floating in a sea of souls and consciousness. And so as we start to feel ourselves a little bit smaller, we now gain the possibility of the vantage point of looking up. And when we look up, what do we see? We see rain as this incredible nourishing gift from spirit, from the planet that feeds the ground, that feeds the earth. And then from the earth, we watch like magic, this seed in the ground day by day begins to grow taller and taller until one day we're able to pluck its fruit. And we're able to take that fruit and bring it into our own body. And as we eat this food, our physical body absorbs the energy of this fruit, of this plant. And then we are able to grow. And so only from this place of smallness, humble smallness, do we have the opportunity to look up, to see the rain as a blessing, to witness the magic of a rainbow, to feel the reverence of a loving gesture, and to feel the bliss and the joy of to kindly serve another. And so to be humbly small doesn't mean that we cannot take up space. But I want to really offer this perspective today. And maybe you start to experience in this humbleness and this smallness that we can tune into some of the miracles happening in our own bodies as we kind of move and flow through these shapes, these poses, right? That maybe for you at one point in time, you even saw a picture of someone doing any yoga pose and you were like, how? Yet here you are. When we adopt this humble perspective, we also open up to actually and deeply feel gratitude. Because if we only see ourselves as big as the top of the food chain, as the smartest, whatever it might be, the only vantage point is to look down. And when we look down, everything feels less than, and we leave no space for wonder. So let your hands form a prayer over your heart and go ahead and rub those hands together. Feel some heat and friction start to burn between your hands as you feel the energy rise up between the palms. And then breathe in that energy and we'll send it out with Om. Full breath in. Deep breath out. And you're going to make your way to child's pose while I put my harmonium to the side. Child's pose with knees wide, feet together. Allow your arms to stretch long out in front of you as you send the hips towards the back of your mat. So, as active as a child's pose can be, stretching from hip to fingertip. Let your forehead press onto the mat or reach for it if it doesn't fully connect. Beautiful. And as you breathe in, we're going to come into a tabletop and just start to send your heart over your fingertips. And then tuck your toes, keeping them together, and just start by rocking back and forth on the hands. So the fingers are just spread wide enough that you can really press into them and just start to move forward and back. And you can even kind of move side to side on your hands as you just feel into all the different areas of the palms, waking up the fingers. And let's go ahead and make some circles here. So our knees are still wide and our feet are together. And make your circles in the other direction. Awesome. And then send your hips back, child's pose. Keep the toes tucked. We're going to flow between child's pose and plank pose. So if you want to watch first, if you're not sure how that's going to look. As you breathe in, you're going to rise up and pounce forward, extending the legs, and then send the hips back, bend the knees. Hips connect. So your hips are going to end up a little bit higher when you flow. So let's take 5 of these at your own pace. Inhale, pouncing forward, and then hips come back, bending into the knees. So you can start to move a little more quickly if you're feeling the movement, or maybe slow and steady is perfect. Firming up the belly, strong in the shoulders. And so you can also do this all on your knees if you're building strength in your shoulders. Breath is in and out through the nose. And then come to plank pose and we're going to stay. And then just really firm up your plank pose. So if you need to adjust yourself at all, stretching the crown of the head forward, firm up the belly, lift through the backs of the thighs. Draw the right knee in towards your nose. Step the foot between the hands, low lunge. Right arm reaches up for a twist. Left hand could be on a block as you breathe in. Exhale, lower the hands, step the left foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale. As you inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Let's take another flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back, Anjaneyasana, so lower the knee. Arms can sweep up or come to prayer, wherever you feel most comfortable, and then lower the hands back to the mat. Lift the left knee, step into plank pose. Breath in, breath out. Left knee to nose and hold, step the foot between the hands, low lunge. Left arm will lift as you're ready, stretching from fingertip to fingertip. Exhale, lower the hands, step the right foot up, halfway lift. Hands can come to shins and then fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana, bending the knees, sending your seat back, inhaling, and exhale. As you breathe in, you'll reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Flat back, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and then exhale, fold. Right foot steps back, Anjane. So lower that knee, sweep the arms up. Beautiful, breath in. Exhale, lower the hands. Lift the right knee, this time step back, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. And if you want to pedal your feet out at all, take a stretch. And then as you breathe in, lift your right heel up towards the sky, knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands, low lunge twist, once again reaching the right arm up. Spin the left heel down, extended side angle, so right forearm can come to the thigh or stay on the floor. Strong in the torso, look forward, step into OMG, left leg crosses behind the right. Draw the left knee in towards your chest, step back, low lunge. Hands come to the mat, foot comes to the ground. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg towards the sky, and then lower the foot, rolling out to plank pose. So maybe you come right into your chaturanga, or maybe lower to your belly. Heart lifts, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifts on the breath. Knee to nose, step forward. Left arm lifts, take your twist. And then lower the hands, spin the heel down, extended side angle. So you can come up or stay low. Reaching long. Look forward, OMG. The right foot steps forward and sweep those arms back. Right knee to your chest. Find a steady gaze and then step into low lunge. Three-legged dog. Left leg reaches. And then lower the foot. So it's your vinyasa. I'm really going to encourage you to take less, but do them really well. So maybe you do every other. Let's keep moving. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose, firm the belly. Step up. Low lunge twist, right arm lifts. So we're just going to build on that a little bit more. Extended side angle. Spin the left heel down. Step to OMG. Left leg comes. Whew. Torso lifts, knee to chest, hands to prayer. Lower the left foot, sweep the right leg back, half moon. So your right leg is lifted. Right arm lifts up, left hand can be on a block. Really gracefully step back into extended side angle. So the right foot steps back. Left forearm can come to the shin. Breathe it in. Beautiful. Breathe out, lower the right hand, spin onto the ball of the right foot, and then take it to a twist. So that left arm is still lifted. As you exhale, lower the left hand, sweep the left leg back, three-legged dog. You have the option for a three-legged vinyasa here if you feel ready for that. But again, you can skip them. Right, they're here to help you build heat. You might not need any more left leg lifts. Breathe in, knee to nose. Stepping up, low lunge twist, left arm lifts. Extended side angle, spin the right heel down. Right arm lifts. OMG, look forward, right leg crosses behind. Knee to nose. Take a pause. Half moon, right foot steps down, left leg lifts. So we're switching our legs. Seeing if you can find a little bit of openness in the hips here. Float back, extended side angle, right? And floating back to the best of our ability. Guiding that right knee towards the outer edge of the foot. Lower the left hand, spin onto the ball of the left foot. Right arm lifts you into the twist. Maybe let those hips sink a little lower for a stretch. Lower the hand. Three-legged dog. I'm going to skip my vinyasa, but maybe you'll take one. Big breath in when you arrive. Big breath out. Traveling to the top of your mat, so that can be a hop or a step. And then Ardha Uttanasana, exhale, fold. Reach your arms, Urdhva Hastasana, and then hands will come to a prayer. Let's build a flow. So our right foot is going to connect to the ground. Left foot forms Vrikshasana tree pose, so maybe finding the thigh or the ankle. OMG, left leg crosses behind the right, our yogi bow. Step back, rainbow warrior, left leg comes back, right leg straightens. Look forward, step into OMG once again, so right where we came from. Tree pose, left foot connects, so we're just threading our way back. Utkatasana, chair pose. Left foot lowers, bend the knees, lower the seat. We're going to take a little bit of breath of fire here, not a ton. Pumping the breath in and out through the nose. Go for 5, and for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. So we're probably feeling nice and toasty. Vrikshasana tree pose, so our right foot connects this time. Pressing into the thighs, standing tall. Right foot crosses OMG. Take it back. Step into rainbow, straighten that left leg, and then come right back, OMG. Tree pose, see you got it. You can use that hand to help you stand tall. Chair pose, Utkatasana, send those hips back. Beautiful. Come up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, and this time with the right hand, take the left wrist, cross the left leg behind the right, take a side body stretch. So reaching that left hand up and then over as you arc the body. And then come back to center, uncross the left foot, and just cross the right ankle behind. Left hand takes right wrist, stretching yourself nice and long, drawing shoulder blades onto the back of the body. And then come back to center and let your hands come to your heart. Let's build on that. So tree pose, left foot connects to the right leg. Anywhere is perfect. OMG, left leg crosses. Step it into rainbow, straighten that right leg, and then look forward, OMG. Right to chair pose, bend the knees. We're stepping back to peaceful. So left foot steps back, right arm lifts. Warrior 2 to the back of the house, so the left knee is bent here, opening it towards the outer side of the foot. Star pose, turn the left toes, reach up. Extended side angle to the back of the mat, so rebend that left knee. Right arm sweeps up and overhead. You might be feeling ready to maybe come a little bit lower, but maybe where you are is perfect. And then extend it to the front, so just cartwheel your arms up and over, turn the right toes out, bend the right knee. Peaceful, reach it up. Big breath in. Exhale, this time lower your hands to the mat. Option to step through a vinyasa, so maybe come into plank pose. Downward facing. And then travel to the top of your mat so you can hop or step. Flat back and fold. Reach your arms up. And then hands find prayer at the heart. We're actually going to take our prayer, bring it to the back of the head so you can interlace your fingers as well. And just let your wrists rest on that occipital ridge. Elbows pointing up, and then to any degree that you would like, nice soft knees, a back bend as you lift the crown of the head up and maybe tilt back, stretching into the upper arms as well. So this could be like a really subtle lift, or maybe you have space to kind of lean back. Just being mindful of your low back, any pinching, let it go. Come back up, release the arms, maybe come back to prayer. Vrikshasana, right foot connects. So let's keep flowing with that. OMG, right leg crosses. Woo. Rainbow, straighten that leg. Pounce forward, OMG. Right to chair, bend the knees, lower the seat. Step back, peaceful, right foot comes back this time. Left arm lifts. To the back of your mat, so just switch the legs. Just bend the right knee, go for it. Star pose, reach up. Extend it to the back of your mat, so right toes strong. Bend that right knee. Nice firm belly here as it supports your extension. Extend it to the front of the house, so maybe you kind of cartwheel your arms there. Peaceful, reach it up, stretch through the side body, and then as you exhale, come down. Option to flow once again if you'd like. Exhale, come back. A nice big breath in. Breathe it out. And then hop or step to the top of your mat. We're going to do one more round and just kind of thread it all together. Hands come to the heart. Tree pose once again. Right, kind of the nice part about, your left foot, about repeating, is that we really get to kind of settle into the flow. OMG, cross that left leg behind. You got it, rainbow, straighten the leg. Come back, OMG, left leg crosses. Chair pose, bend your knees, lower your seat. Hands come to your heart. We're gonna twist to our left-hand side, so either hooking that right elbow or opening the arms up. We're gonna mix it up just a little bit this time. As you come back to center, we're gonna step our right foot back for peaceful, so our left knee is bent. Beautiful. Warrior two to the back of your mat, so the right toes turn out. Extended side angle. So right, this is familiar, we just switched up the legs a little bit. Extended to the front, woo. So left knee is bent, right arm is extended. Peaceful warrior, reach it up. And then half moon as you're ready, so lowering left hand to the mat, right leg lifts. I like to really practice a strong flex in my right foot to just help me really feel like I'm activating the leg. Reaching long. Maybe start to come onto the fingertips of your left hand, so you're really bringing the work into the torso. And then OMG, right leg crosses. Take a moment, settle into that left foot. Utthita Hasta B. So that's the open standing balance. You can hold that right thigh or the foot. Both are awesome. And we're a little bit more concerned with the left leg being really long and strong. Maybe open that left arm out wide. Take this to Eagle Pose Garudasana, so thread that right leg on top of left, right arm is underneath. If you need to take a break between right, lower the foot, that's perfect. Beautiful yogis. Unthread the arms. It actually might be nice. Let's bring them to a prayer at our heart. Unthread the legs. Step into a high lunge, so the right foot comes back, landing nice and soft. From here, we're gonna reach our arms up, and we're gonna do a pose called Bowing Warrior. Just like Rainbow Warrior, but our hips are staying neutral. Straighten the front leg, sweep the arms back, so we're bowing into our leg. Step into OMG. And this time it'll be Krishna, so twist to your right hand side, and then with your hands, a flute mudra. Like you're playing a flute. Beautiful. Come back to center. Keeping your legs as they are, you're just going to bend your knees into a seated spinal twist. Yay. So our left leg is on top. Our arms will lift on a breath in. As you, breathe out, twist to your left. Sitting tall, initiating the twist from the belly as opposed to the shoulders. 3 beautiful, full, steady breaths here. Maybe you're like me and sweating and breathing a little bit harder than you were at the start of practice, which is great. We're pumping our blood. We're shaking our bodies up. Come back to center. Gentle counter twist, so just open the heart over to the right hand side and come back to center. Hands can plant on the mat, step the right foot back, low lunge. Option for a vinyasa here. That's our last chance for one. So maybe you're joyously skipping it. Travel to the top of your mat when you're ready. Flat back and fold. Arms will come up. Take it to prayer at your heart. And just before we take this last flow, just one real steadying breath. Feeling into your humble, beautiful smallness. The vantage point of infinite possibility, of infinite magic. Feeling into just maybe some gratitude and appreciation for how this practice of yoga lets you feel really open to receive that magic. Beautiful. And so then our right foot connects to the left thigh. I'm like, hi. Beautiful. So your arms might lift. But let's take it to flow. Right leg crosses, OMG. Rainbow warrior. Straighten the leg. Come back, OMG. Utkatasana chair pose as you bend your knees. Hands come to a prayer. We're going to twist to the right hand side. So again, either hooking the elbow or the arms can be open. Letting the seat be as heavy as is possible. Come back to center. Left foot steps back. Peaceful warrior. Excuse me. Reach the right arm up. And then it's warrior 2 to the back of the house. So our left knee is bent. Star pose. Reach it up. Extended to the back. So the left knee turns. Beautiful. And then we'll stretch nice and long. Palm faces down as you extend the fingertips. And then pressing into that right foot as well. And then come up extended side angle to the front of the house. So we're just switching it. This time our left arm is reaching up and overhead. Strong in the right foot, peaceful warrior. So stretch that right side body. And then look forward. Reach forward, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Externally rotating that left thigh to help you maybe find just a little bit more space to open. Get light in that right hand. OMG, cross your left leg behind. Feel like getting light in the hand helps you here. And then Utthita B. So the left leg is opening out wide. Holding, connecting to the thigh or the foot. Letting that left foot and left hip really just open as you stand tall in the right leg. Garudasana, eagle pose, left leg over, left arm under. Maybe on your breath out, ride the exhale as you bend the knees any amount. Beautiful. Unwind your arms, we'll bring them to a prayer, and then unwind the legs, step back, high lunge. So our arms will extend. Bowing warrior, so hips and heart stay neutral. Straighten the legs, sweep the arms back. OMG, left leg crosses, and we're taking it to Krishna. So twist to your left. Hands come to your flute. And then unwind your twist. Right leg is on top as you bend your knees. With control, as best as you can, lowering down for a seated spinal twist. Arms lift. Exhale to the right as you twist. Really letting that right hand assist you in sitting a little bit taller. Some steady breaths here. I'm touching in. And come back to center. Unwind the legs, connect both feet to the mat, and then we're going to roll ourselves down for 2 back bends here. So feet are about hips width distance apart, arms are long by your side. Inhaling nice and full. And as you exhale, press into the feet for bridge pose, lifting the hips. I like to clasp my hands underneath the back as I thread the shoulder blades together on my back body. If you have space for that adjustment, see if it's possible. 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. Feeling the breath maybe start to expand the chest. Release the hands if they're bound and then slowly roll down. Just let the knees release in towards each other as we prepare for one more back bend. So any variation that you like, I'll guide you into wheel pose whenever you're ready.
So separate the knees, extending them to reach right up to the ceiling. Hands will come up and overhead with fingertips and heels of the hand on the ground. Really connect the entire hand before you press up if you're able. Breathing in. As you exhale, press into feet and hands. Come on up. 3 long, smooth breaths here to the best of your ability as you press into the earth. Sending the heart through the arms. Soft through the head and neck. And then when you're ready, tuck chin to chest as you lower carefully down. Slowly drawing one knee to the chest and then the other. And then holding the backs of the thighs, rock and roll up to sit. You can take a couple rocks if that felt good. For Paschimottanasana. So our legs will be long. Remove the flesh from underneath you as you sit nice and tall. Breathe in, lift the arms, and as you exhale, start to tilt forward, connecting hands to thighs or shins or maybe feet. Long spine. This is nice to practice with, right, the live stream going. I can look and see where I'm actually, where my body is. And if it's comfortable for you, you might close your eyes. And maybe returning a little bit to that contemplation and meditation from the start of class. So feeling where you're connecting to the ground, feeling into the space above. So feeling where you're connecting to the ground, feeling into the space above you, and the space beside you. As you really open yourself up to all of the intelligence, sentience, creative energy that has always existed around us. We're going to come onto our backs for either shoulder stand or the Burrito Karani. So if you're shoulder standing, maybe you roll right into plow pose, right, for fun. Or you just come slowly lower onto your back for a cooling inversion. So that could be a shoulder stand with me. You could have your hips on a block as you extend your legs up towards the sky for Viparita Karani waterfall pose. We're going to take 6 easy breaths here. So easy in the sense that we're really using our control of the breath to elongate them. Toning the nervous system. And if you're unable to access depth of breath, my first suggestion would be to look at your pose and see if there's a way you can adjust yourself to invite a little bit more ease and see if that allows you to breathe more easily. If you're in shoulder stand, you're going to come through plow pose, halasana. So sending feet over the head and then really taking your time, carefully rolling down onto your back. So I love giving you options. You can pause with your knees in your chest and roll from side to side. And either take your final couple minutes in Shavasana, laying down, or you can be seated for a guided meditation. So whatever feels right to you. You know, we like to say in yoga, there's no right or wrong answer in the sense that it's going to be different for each of us. So if you're in Shavasana, you can feel free to tune me out. Or maybe you just listen from your back. So my yogi is choosing the seated meditation. Let your hands rest on your thighs and then draw them back about an inch or two so the shoulders come onto the back as you sit really tall, extending the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Big breath in as you reach the shoulders towards your ears. And as you exhale, just allow them to naturally soften wherever they land. And breathing in and out through the nose. And just take a couple rounds of breath to watch the breath and to steady the breath.
And to invite your mind and body into a little bit more relaxation. And we just moved a lot with quite a bit of fire. So it is very likely not going to be an immediate transition. And as you breathe in, imagine yourself breathing in a light. And so it could be any color that you'd like. And as you exhale, imagine that light entering out of your heart space. So now we'll direct that inhale, breathing in through the third eye, the space between the eyebrows, any color of light. Letting it drop through the head, neck, and as you exhale through the chest, the heart, feel it emerge back into the earth. And so following a few times in your own, breathing into the third eye. Exhale, sending the energy back out. And just observing the color of the light that's showing itself to you. And so now that perhaps you've come comfortable in this breathing pattern, as you are inhaling, right, you're drawing in the energies around you just like that, eating of the fruit. And as you exhale, as you're offering back out into the world, into the universe. As we open ourselves to allow and receive the inhale, there is a natural and innate response to give it back once we've gathered what we need. And so now for our last few breaths, maybe you want to actively inhale an intention and exhale an offering. So maybe you want to draw in a little bit of humbleness. Maybe you want to exhale some love. Maybe you want to inhale some courage. And exhale support. And whatever words arise, and if no words do, that's okay. And then move into your last round of breath. And then just let the breath return to natural, if that's a change at all. And any of my yogis who are resting in Shavasana, in your own time and in your own way, just arrive back in a comfortable seat. As you join us sitting tall. And once again, let your hands meet above your heart in a prayer. And I want us all to imagine ourselves as a beautiful rainbow iridescent speck. Feeling perfectly whole and complete in this beautiful small vantage point. And then just for the next moment, allowing your mind's eye to imagine the most magical world unfolding around you. And as you're here, maybe guide yourself just into a moment of appreciation for all of these things that have been existing around you. All of the grace that flows through this material world. And as you feel yourself small, perhaps you begin to feel yourself held by this larger creation. Completely and utterly supported by the forces around you. And so we'll close our practice by chanting Om, and just like in our meditation, as you breathe in, draw what you need. And as you exhale and chant the sound of Om, allow it to be an offering back Inhaling. The light in me bows to the same graceful, immaculate, beautiful light that lives in each and every one of you. Namaste. I'm like sweaty. Thank you so much, yogis and friends for being here. You know, me and all the other teachers at West End are really happy to be able to still connect and support your practice at this time. So thank you.